I believe we should hear me now. Yeah, we can. I believe we can hear me now. Let me try to fix the sound now. Let me quickly try to fix the sound now. Yeah, I believe the sound is not there. Yeah. Yeah, I believe we can now hear me now. Yeah. Now I want to welcome everybody down to this very. Let me to cut it. Eba mi cut it. I believe we can now hear me now. The sound. We have to fix some things for the sound. We want to welcome everybody down to this very workshop. This is a workshop that we just need to learn. We learn from each other. And I will be welcoming our brother and patiently learn from our brother tonight as I invite our brother Encourage Studio to the platform, so that he can take us on the journey of wow, my brother.
Hello, sir. Well done.
Wow. Great to see you again. This is my brother, my friend, my mentor, and in this great industry. Please, can we just welcome Encourage Photography, Encourage Photographer down to this very platform as it takes us on a journey of how to convert our business or how to convert our creative ideas into money. In a quick note, let me quickly explain how we met. We met at camp, and our meeting was just no more than 2-3 days, and we are still keeping in touch till now. Thank you. God bless you, sir. Let's welcome our brother. Encourage. Thank you, sir, for coming. The platform is yours, sir.
All right. So I would like to know, can you send me the link of the YouTube so that I can be following the comments? I want to know the comments as people are responding to what I'll be talking about.
Yes, sir.
So just send it to me on WhatsApp.
Okay, sir.
All right. So good evening, everyone. I want to first of all appreciate our brother for this honor to speak to everyone of you. I feel that by the end of this class, you would have learned something that would definitely improve your photography. So I know we have a lot of things to do. I don't want to waste too much time. Let me just get started with what I have to share with us today. So now I'll first of all start from the news I heard today. Just last week I converted some dollars I had to Naira, and I converted them at the rate of 650. So I was quite happy. Okay, so I was quite happy that I was converting them for a good amount of money, only for me to hear today that dollar is now 710. So one of the advice I have to every one of us out there, most especially those in Nigeria, is that you need to make sure you are earning in foreign currency. All right. Yes, it's good to do your
comment
studio,
àwọn
do
èèyàn níbẹ̀ yẹn.
your brand, and you're making some money, but your business,
Sir?
needs to get to the point where you are making
Tani?
money in dollars, in foreign currency, pounds,
Mo
euro,
lè send
you
it
know, other currencies that are higher than naira, it will definitely help to, you know, to boost your business by the time you. Okay, so can you guys hear me? I don't know. Have you sent me the link so that I can be seeing people's comments?
Yes. I've sent.
I want to be able to know that yes, people are following and they can hear me loud and clear.
Yeah.
Please help me confirm.
Okay. I've sent the link to you now, sir.
Okay, so I'll say. I just want to be able to follow and. Okay.
Jesus. Okay.
All right. So we're back.
Yes, sir. We're back now, sir.
So sorry for that. Guess we are back now. Okay. Are we good? Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. We are good to go now.
Sir? Can you guys hear me, please?
Yes.
Please confirm. Okay, good. So since you can hear me, all right. So those on YouTube, I want to apologize for the network interruption. So we're going to go right into what we have today, so that we don't take too much of our time. Okay, so the first thing, like I was saying, that you need to earn in dollars, it will definitely help you. Now, let me just quickly introduce myself to those people that do not know me, who are here, all right? Because we'll have different people who, are from different walks of life. So, I know majority of us are photographers or in the creative industry. So, we'll just get to know who I am. Number one is that my name is Courage. My surname is Mwegbe Yongo. It's a Benin name that means respect yourself. I'm 28 years old, and I have a degree in electrical and electronics engineering, a bachelor's degree. I have um, a NC certificate in mathematics and physics, right? And then I'm also a photographer. I started photography in 2017. I also do photography education, and I'm a business expert. In fact, I've been doing business from when I was in junior school, and I do business consultation, help people, learn more about how to become productive in their business. So I've also been able to um, train and mentor a lot of photographers, both in Nigeria and in diaspora, both from my physical photography school and my online photography training. Right, I've written a book on photography. I've also been able to sell some digital products on photography. So that's just like a summary of who I am and what I do. Now, the reason why I had to say all these things is because we might have some of you here who already have, maybe you have your master's, you have your bachelor's degree, and you are doing a particular skill. Don't think you're alone. I have my bachelor's degree, and yet I'm a photographer. I have a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. Yes, I love electrical engineering. I love playing with electronics. I've opened several of my cameras before. I love opening gadgets. I love seeing what is going on and all that. But that doesn't stop me from doing what I'm doing. And in fact, I don't see myself practicing engineering the way I was expecting at the beginning, because photography has taken so much of my attention. So I'm only saying all these things, so that I can let you know that we share the same body, we share the same thing. All right. For those of us that have, a degree, for those of us that are still, maybe in school or about to go to school, just know that, I started photography when I was still in school. I was in my final years anyway, but that was when I began the journey of photography, and photography has helped me. God has been able to use photography to put me where I am today. And I'm grateful to God for giving me photography as a gift. Know that um, if you want to be able to make money off any creative thing, off anything at all, you need three important things. In fact, this thing I'm about to tell you is what I call the basic money making formula. The basic money making formula. And the basic money making formula I created or I wrote is that number one thing you need to make money is you need to create value. And then number two, you need influence. Number three, you need management. And that will result to a lot of money. So now let me explain what I mean by value. All right. Value, when we talk about value, value speaks of, you know, the quality that you are bringing to the marketplace. All right. Yes, you're a photographer. What makes your photograph different from, there's a set of photographers who pop back. So what makes you different from back photographers? What makes you different from, other photographers? What makes you unique? What are you bringing to the table? What value, what quality are you bringing to your customers that, by the time they, at the time they purchase your product or your service, they are getting something. I hope we are all following me. I just want to be sure. So I hope we're all following. I just want to be sure. Okay. So, like I was saying, what value are you bringing to the table? What are you, but how do you improve your value? Because I believe that's what a lot of us want to know. All right, what do you do to improve your quality, improve your value, in the marketplace? Number one thing to do to improve your value is to invest your money and your time into developing yourself, improving yourself, getting knowledge. All right. Now, there was something I did in January. I did a business master class where I I told people that I want to teach certain things I've learned about business because I've done several businesses before now, and I'm still doing a lot of businesses. I know some of you that know me on WhatsApp, I am doing a Zobo business. Now, funny enough, I was just telling one of my friends that did not know. Between January and now, I have sold over 11,000 bottles of Zobo. And, you're just thinking maybe, yes, the Zobo business. I sold 11,000 bottles of Zobo. I'm not saying 1,000 bottles, all right? So, and this is not this is not just the first business I've done. I've been doing several businesses. So I hosted that business masterclass. And the goal of that business masterclass was to let people know that you can be good in what you do in terms of you are very creative, your pictures are good, your makeup are good. There's a scripture in the book of, is it Proverbs or Songs of Solomon? I'm trying to remember now, that spoke about a man who was very wise. The Bible said it was the man's wisdom that they used in delivering the city. But then the Bible also said that this man was poor and nobody remembered him. All right. So now the man had wisdom, to deliver the city, but he did not have wisdom in other areas to help himself. So nobody remembered him. Now, a lot of people are very good in terms of their skill. You also need to invest in learning about how to run a business. That's why you will employ staff. The staff, you cannot manage the staff, you cannot manage people. You think maybe the thing is inborn. You just develop. No, you need to learn how to manage people. You need to learn how to grow your business. Now, why am I able to build a brand, or why am I able to do the business the way I do? Yes, I'm going to tell you some of the secrets why I have got into this point. But one of the things I will tell you is that I have invested my time into learning. Don't only learn about your skill, learn how to be a businessman, learn how to speak, learn how to have, there's something we call in marketing, in marketing field, there's something we call closers, people that have the ability to talk you into making a deal. You need to learn how to do that. That will make you become more productive, become more, profitable. If you want to be profitable in this industry that you have, chosen, you need to invest into knowledge. Learn about what you do and learn about how to become a better business person. I hope that is very, very clear. So you need to invest into knowledge. Learn from YouTube, from Google, from LinkedIn Learning, from lynda.com, from workshops, seminars, from books. You can see just behind me, you can see my shelf. These are not all my books, but these are some of them. So I read, I learn, I watch videos. I'm always learning. So that will make me become more profitable because I know what other people have done before and I can apply those things to what I do. All right. So because you might think maybe everything's about branding. That's what many people think. You put your brand out there and nobody still buys from you. But there are other things I'm going to share later on that are the secrets of how I've gotten to where I am today. So let's move on quickly. So the next thing you need to do is to apply like I tell my students, what you have done is that you have put the thing inside here. It is here. It is inside your head. It is inside your mind. All right. So, but now what you need is you don't need the knowledge only inside your mind. You need to transfer that knowledge to your hands. The process of transferring what is in your head into your hands is what we call practice. It's what we call application. I was teaching, I was talking to my fiancée this evening. I was just talking to her and telling her about plans. All right. So she was talking about some plans she has. I said, the thing you need to know about plan is that you must plan to use your plan. Because many people plan and they don't plan to use the plan. So you must make preparation that this plan I am planning now to do, I want to be able to do it. So sorry, my light has, let me quickly fix that my light again. All right. So you must make plans to use your plan. You must make plans to use your plan. That's what I was teaching her. Like, you need to learn how to use, because you end up saying, I'm going to do this like this, and you don't do it. That's because you have not made plans to use your plan. All right. So you need to apply what you have learned. Until you apply it, you don't know that thing. In fact, I tell my students, if I teach you this touch, all right, step 1, step 2, then how will I know that you have learned it? Most of them think maybe how I will know that they have learned it. They will close their book and tell me that step 1 is do this, step 2 is do. That's not, you don't know it. I tell them, if you can quote it from your head, that does not show me that you know it. How I know that you know it is that you can recreate my kind of results. Then I will know that you know that thing. I am result focused. I am not, cramming focus, like, cram the steps, cram the process, and you say, I know it in my head. No, it's not about your brain, like what you have in your mind. Is about what you can bring to the table. So how you do that, how you're able to achieve that, is by practicing. I hope we got that clear. You need to apply what you get. Then the last thing in trying to create more value and improve yourself is learning from other people's work, learning from listening to people, learning from looking at what people have done. Is going to improve your creativity. Don't try to be original, like, hey, I want to sit down and think an idea that nobody in this life has ever thought of. See, the moment you thought of thinking like that, it already shows that you are going to spend a lot of time to brainstorm. And eventually you might come up with something, and if we dig very deep, somebody has done that thing before. So why struggle? And because most times it's just because of pride. You want to say that you are. See, now the internet has made everything so difficult for you to know the original, content creator. Most especially if it's a content that doesn't have your face, it is very difficult to know who is the original creator. So somebody might even do a skit. You might think maybe that skit, that thing is very funny. Maybe if somebody cracked the joke in their area and they heard the joke and went to go and create it in a skit and uploaded it online, you will laugh and think this thing is original from that person. See, from everything that happens around us, we can create things. We can become creative. We can learn from everything that happens around us. We can learn from people around us. Don't just try to say you want to be over original. The originality you have is adding your own idea into something that you learned from other people. That's what makes you original. That's what makes you unique. All right. So that is what I would advise if you're going to improve in your knowledge. Then number 2 is influence. No, that's in the formula. The first thing is value. Number 2 is influence. You need to improve. You need to learn to increase your influence. Like I was talking about that man that was wise, but he was poor and nobody remembered him. Because of that, he didn't make money, or he didn't live a good life. Yet it was his knowledge that was used to deliver the city. Now we have people who are very skilled, but they are not influential. Nobody knows them. I use this as a very good example. If Davido post, meet a graphic designer, design a shirt for me, and he posts that this shirt is for 10,000 pre-order, Davido will sell thousands of shirts without producing a physical copy, just because of his influence. That's what influence can do. Influence can do a lot of things. Even skill, your value cannot do. There are people that they are buying iPhone not because they understand how to use an iPhone, but because of the influence, the status they will have because they use an iPhone. That's why they want to buy. So you need to understand that you need to develop that influence. And in developing your influence, I'm not going to talk too much. Right? Part of it is your branding. Part of it is your marketing. You need to learn how to market yourself. You must learn. See, people that have me on WhatsApp, you see the way I market my Zobo. Like anybody that takes my Zobo, oh yeah, give me content. Do you like the product? Are you sure? If you like it, do something for me, and then they will do the video. I'll post it, and everybody has seen it. Like, oh wow! The more I am marketing it like that, the more the Zobo has a name. Excellent Touch. It's actually my fiance's business. All right. But now people call it encourageable. That's because of how much I have put into the marketing, my influence. There are a lot of people that are buying not because they know the taste that, oh, this thing is very good. No, it's because they say, oh, people are buying it. As far as people are buying it, that influence will make people want to say, okay, let me try it out. And when they try it, they like it. They are now my customer. So I want you to know that you need to develop influence, all right, by marketing. And then by constant, when we talk about marketing is not only when you are saying, come and buy. See, marketing, in fact, the way I use when I teach people on marketing, I tell most especially photographers, I tell them that the work you are doing now, if you have a client and you're about to, you are photographing the client, you're editing the pictures. See, even if the client did not pay you well, you need to have one of your strategy of marketing is that this particular work is the advert for my next client. See, marketing starts from the product. Marketing starts from how you deliver the service to that particular customer you have right now. If you do it in a way that it is the advert for your next job, you will do it well. So that's how you grow influence. You grow influence by making sure that people have a good experience that they want to come back. Don't call anybody your customer until the person is buying the second time. Don't say this person is my customer. Make sure the person is coming the second time. That's when you start saying, this is my customer. If the person is just coming for the first time, assume in your mind, this person is just testing my products. This person is just testing my service. How can I make this person come the second time? So you need to make sure you deliver well. Part of what we do, to make sure customers come back or to have more influence over customers is, you can under promise and over deliver. For example, a customer, maybe you can edit the picture in 3 days and you tell them that they are going to get it in 5 days. And then 3 days you deliver it. They'll say, wow, you are very fast. Actually, you could have delivered in 3 days, but you over-promised and under-delivered. You under-promised and over-delivered, all right? You promised a longer period and deliver within a shorter period. And then they're like, wow, you're so fast. Or maybe, for example, you promised 10 pictures and you give them 11 pictures. Like, wow, you added extra. Maybe as the client was selecting, and then the client selected 10 pictures. There was one that the client was like, this picture fine, say, sorry, you were selecting 10, you are paying for 10. And then you now added that last picture and you sent it to the client. The client will be like, wow, you added this picture. See, next time the client wants to book with you. Why? Because you have given this client so much satisfaction that, this person values satisfying me over getting more money. So that's part of the ways you can be able to, develop more influence over your customers. All right. So you need to learn that. Part of it is that you can also, keep in touch. All right. There are some customers you can just call and check on them, they text or, have a particular broadcast. Some people do, me, I'm not a big fan of Happy New Month anyways, but some people do it and some people might like it. Some customers like it that on their birthday, you wish them happy birthday. Like, they value it. That you post them on your WhatsApp, that you are wishing them happy birthday. Like, wow, that this person likes me. This person is, there's this bond, this relationship already being established that tomorrow, when they want your kind of service, they will reach out to you. I hope I'm not talking for too long. So let me hurry up. Okay, so now the next thing I want you to also know is that in marketing, you need to learn how to get new customers. All right. So I already told you before that part of the marketing strategy is satisfy this customer. This customer will be your tool of evangelism. How many of us have had that situation where somebody told you that this restaurant, their food is good? See, it's not their ad. Even if you see their adverts, in their advert, they tell you that this food is good, you won't believe it. But your friend that you know very well that told you that this food is good, you will go and use your money to buy that food. We believe what people have to say, people that we know have to say about something more than what their adverts have to say about that thing. That's why satisfying people is very good. All right. Another thing you can also do is to maybe have a way where you can have a referral bonus. I have a friend that he gives 10% for every wedding booking that you bring. So, for example, you bring a wedding of 100,000, you get 10,000. You bring a wedding. There's no wedding of 100,000 anyways, but I'm just using that as an illustration. Let's assume you bring a wedding of 1 million. right, for photography and video service, photo book and all of that, you get 100,000. Like, for doing not, you just bring in the customer, because he knows that the major work is in convincing the customer to come, convincing the customer to pay. So he doesn't have to stress himself. The person will just be doing the work. This guy good, and of course he's going to deliver. So you can design a way where people can help you do your marketing for you. That can also help, improve your influence. People will believe you more when it is not you that is blowing your trumpet, but people blow your trumpet for you. All right. So you need to know that. Then the last thing, the money making formula is management. You need to learn how to manage resources. A lot of people are so carried away with buying equipment, buying gears. That's part of the things I'm also looking at talking about very soon. People buy a lot of equipment. You save money the whole year, you save 2 million naira, and then you are buying just one camera body for 2 million naira. Like, what? How will you, okay, if that camera body fails, what are you going to fall back to? So people don't know how to manage resources. They don't know how to, they just buy because they just see adverts. I don't do like that. I do proper research. And then, it's good to have mentors. It's good to have people who have good experience, who, are also conservative. If you have a mentor that is also not prudent in their work, their spending, you will also be like that. You need to have a mentor that has the quality you are looking for. Don't just look for mentors that, you know, you know what I mean. Anyways, so that's what I'm trying to say. You need to learn how to manage resources. You need to learn how to put, save the money you have and reinvest them. So you need to learn how to cut down on your expenses. A good businessman should be looking for how to cut down expenses. Let's assume that every month your only expenses in your business is 100,000. Your thought should be that, okay, review that 100,000. How can I make it 90,000 next month? How can I make it 80,000? How can I cut down what I'm spending? So if, for example, maybe the particular business you do, you go to the market 10 times a week, so you have to reduce it. Or if, for example, like a photographer, you have a taxi guy that will come and take you to your location. The taxi guy will wait for you the whole day. What about if you strike a deal that, I will call you 1 hour before I finish so I can come back, so that you can reduce the amount you are spending. You need to look for ways to cut down your expenses. All right. Like, for example, now I just look for a way to cut down my expenses. I used to use all these strobe lights, that are connected to direct power in my studio. I had 400 watts, 400 watts. And then you are shooting when you are using the generator is crying, vroom, vroom, like it's showing that the generator is, there's so much power leaving. And I'm there paying light bill of 10,000 naira every week. That's 40,000 a month. Every month I'm paying 40,000 for light bill. How can I cut down? The moment I just let me sell all these lights off. I sold them all, bought battery powered lights. So all I need to do is to charge those batteries, and then I can shoot. It's not drawing so much power as it used to. You need to look for how to cut down so much expenses. All right. So, for example, the moment you buy AC, you're going to be spending more on on generator, diesel, or fuel, depends. The moment you buy more stuff, you're going to be spending more money. So you need to make sure you're not going to buy things that are going to increase your cost, increase your expenses. As a businessman, you need to look for how to cut down your expenses. So that's basically all for the money making formula that I wanted to share with you. So now back to what we're talking about, which is, how to convert your creative idea into money. How to convert your creative idea into money. Number one thing is that you need to make sure you develop yourself in that particular creative space. Make sure that you are good. Get a mentor. Get somebody to learn from. Get somebody that you look up to. The person must not be, must not be physical. There are a lot of online mentors you can have. Look at what they do and try to recreate. So make sure that your goal is to have similar results or something better. That should be your goal. It's not about cramming things in your head. No, that's the goal. So when you do that, that's because you are looking for somebody that will spoon feed you, right? If you're looking for somebody that's going to spoon feed you, you have to pay for that time, because the person also spend money learning. All right. So you don't expect me to create so much time for you when I'm not being paid. You want me to do it for free. So what I advise you to do is, because people are looking for the easy way out. Now, before now, like let's say 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you will go online, you will not see anything about photography. You will not see so much content are out there, dodge and bomb frequency. What are people hiding again that is not online? So most times people are looking for spoon feeding. They are looking for somebody that will come and put it in your mouth. That's the kind of method you are looking for. You're not looking for a method that will improve you. So now, if you want me to mentor you, for example, all right, and you want me to have your time, you have to pay me. But of course, I can give you free mentorship if you ask me information once in a while. And if you are looking at my update, looking at my work, looking at when I put out content, I'm doing a class, you are following, that's what you used to learn. But you want me to give you attention. I will sit you down and give you step by step. This is how to do this, how to do. You're going to pay for such a time. You're going to pay for, such amount of, commitment I'm giving to you, because I have a lot of things to do as well. So that's what people don't know. Right? I see that happening all the time. A lot of people are looking for, they're looking for free mentorship. You will not get free mentorship if you're not ready to put in the work. For free mentorship, you need to put in the work. And the work you need to put in is the person listen to, the person is doing a class, you listen. The person drops a YouTube video, you listen, you watch it. There's no YouTube video that Prince Macy will drop that I don't go and watch. It's even now that I don't watch so much because I'm busy, that it may be a post I will not see it on time. Else, before now, I was watching every single video he posts online. And there's no picture amazing clip we post. I will not go and check. I will not go and look at the picture and go and learn something from it. That's me putting in the work. You think Amazing Clef and I have good relationship, all right? So I hosted in 2018. He came to Benin for a workshop. I hosted a workshop, encourage Benin upgrades, something like. So now, when I did that, all right, you think Amazing Clef flew to Benin for free? I paid for his flight. I paid for his accommodation, and then I had to give him honorarium. That was 2018. I never entered flight by that time, but I was paying for flight for Amazing Clef and his assistant. I spent money doing the workshop. Yes, people pay for the workshop. I also added my own money. I bought equipment. I did a lot of things just because I wanted that workshop to take place. You think Amazing Clef would have come just like that without me putting in the effort? The first time I met image faculty, okay, not the first time. The first time I met image faculty, all right, it was a workshop in Warri. After we had the workshop, I learned so much from what image faculty said. It was a workshop I paid for. I was so blessed that at the end of the workshop, I sent image faculty some airtime to say thank you so much for teaching me. Like, I've not seen somebody that can. I was so happy. That already made us get closer. Then the first time I was going to meet David Martins, I'm just sharing these things because I want you guys to know. Before I ever met David Martins physically, I used to see his post. I will comment, I will reply, I will repost. I was doing that. And then I would say something sometimes. When he put something, I would write something. So it was as if we already had a relationship even before we met physically. And by the time we were meeting physically, I went there with a bottle of wine or so. I can't remember exactly what I went with. And I said, thank you so much. I've learned so much from you. That's from just talking on WhatsApp, on Instagram, DM, Instagram story, comment section. So you're not ready to put in the work. You want somebody that will sit you down and be telling you A is for apple, B is for ball. No, nobody will do that for you for free. If you want that, you have to pay for it. All right. That was just to answer some people who were asking some questions earlier. I hope we are following, because somebody said, I know yet. Okay. All right. So, okay, I think people are following. So now, What else? Okay, the next thing is that I'm talking about how to convert your creative ideas into money making skill. Then another thing I would recommend is that look for how to sell your ideas digitally, because or sell your convert your ideas into digital products, because we are in a global village. All right, you want a situation where your products can be bought in foreign currencies, can be sold anywhere. All right. So your products, your knowledge, or whatever, So one of the ways you can actually create, convert your creative idea into, paying cash is by what we call information marketing, selling what you know, selling your knowledge. And you can't sell what you do not have so much experience. I'll go and read book. That's when I was going to host the business masterclass. I know somebody I will come and quote what I read in the book. No, I'm telling you from my experience and from what I've read, I applied them to tell you that this is where I had challenge. This is like from what I'm saying so far. I'm telling you my experience. I can tell you my experience in most of the things I'm sharing with you. That's because I've applied them. All right. So you need to find a way to sell your knowledge, and it must be knowledge you have experience in. All right, I believe that is very clear. All right, people are following. I'm enjoying myself. I love the feedback I'm getting from the online platform. So the last thing I want to share before I hand over to our host, because I'm just supposed to come and talk for 2 minutes, but anyway, let's move on. I want to share with you, how did I get here in just 5 years? How did encourage who, in fact, maybe some of you don't know where I started from. I started from my apartment in Ekosodi, University of Benin community. Well, I started from having a studio in my apartment, and I used to take people pictures for free. I used to carry my camera to class to snap people for free. How did I move from snapping people for free to snapping for hundreds of thousands of naira? Like, there was a time I was snapping for 15 naira, 100 naira, 200, like that. So how did I move from that point to where I am now? How did I move from just 0 followers on Instagram down to, and I have about 48,000 followers, 49,000 or thereabout. Anyway, so how did I move from that to what I am now? All right. So I'm going to share with you these things. So I want you to know that I knew nothing about photography before I started. Or I don't think maybe I went to one school to go and learn photography. No. In fact, the person I bought my first camera from was the person that taught me where to put it on, where to put it off. If you want to take a picture, this is what to do. I knew nothing about photography. So how did I move from that to this? Number one, I want to tell you for free, it is the grace of God. That's the first secret. The grace of God. See, the grace of God is what makes the difference. All right. I can tell you that I believe in prayer. I believe so much in prayer. In fact, much more than the things I have today is because I prayed. I pray for, I believe that a man of faith is not a man that is actually a man that depends on God to do anything. So, for example, I have money in my account now and I want to buy a camera. All right. My prayer is, God, give me camera. Having the money to pay for it is not enough. It is you having the understanding that my money is not what is making this camera come. It is because God is giving me. Because you can use your money to buy it, and that camera, something can happen. I've had people who bought things from the US, because I buy most of my things from the US. And it gets to port, they said the item is missing. So me, I don't want to have that. I don't want my money to go to waste. So God, give me camera. So my money is not what is bringing it. It is because I asked the Lord. So God is number one factor for me. I believe in the grace of God. I believe in prayer. I believe that if you pray, there are so much endless possibilities. The Bible said that for with God, all things, not some, say all things are possible. All right. And then also to him that believes, all things are possible. So if you have God and you believe, trust me, there's so much possibility. Another thing that has made me get this far is because photography is a gift. to me. All right, it's a gift. It's not just anything. It's God that dropped it. All right. Another thing is that I have developed hot passion for photography. I didn't see. I can stand for free. There are very many times in fact, when I started at the beginning, you will see the passion. In fact, even till now, with the way I do it, it's not about the money. You will see the passion that this guy loves what he's doing. He loves what he's doing. I can sit down for hours editing because that's my favorite part in the whole photography is retouching. I can sit down for hours retouching, watching videos on retouching. Why? I love this thing. I've developed hot passion. I didn't just say passion, hot passion for this industry. You need that as well. All right. Then another thing that's helped me is vision and determination. Vision. All right. Let me tell you, at the beginning, my first year of photography, I told myself that I wanted to be like, my goal was that I wanted that when they mention anything photography, I want them to mention my name. Let it be that my name will almost be the definition of photography. That was my goal. So now it has shifted from that. All right. I was saying that for Benin, not for Nigeria. Like in Benin, when they measure photography, I wanted to measure my name. It's already being done. Those my visions. First of all, they are prayer points before I act on them. All right. I want you to know that. So the next vision I have now is that I want, when I post a picture, I want people to be surprised that I'm an African. I want them to be shocked that I'm in Nigeria. And they will almost faint that to find that I'm in Benin. That's my goal now. That God, I want the knowledge of photography to flow through me to the point that people will not believe you. They will doubt. They say, no, this guy is in the US. Encourage not the Benin, not the Nigeria. Now US, say, or this guy, no, now UK. They will be arguing because of the quality of work I'll be bringing out. That's my goal. And I'm improving, learning, trying to go towards that. So make sure you have vision. Make sure you are determined to have that vision. And the last thing is that I embrace my uniqueness. I'm not in competition with anybody. That's why I have so many students. I have so many people around me. Most people that are doing competition, you look at that person walk, hey, this guy, they beat me. Automatically that particular competition spirit will make you drain. You will just go down. You will not improve. Just enjoy it. Be contented with what you have. Contentment, the Bible said, is great gain. Godliness with contentment is great gain. So I want you to know that these are the things that has brought me this far. It's because I have the grace of God, because photography is a gift from God to me, and then develop hot passion for this work. And what else did I say again? I have vision, and then I am not in competition with anybody. There's nobody I'm in competition with. Or in fact, the sky is so wide enough that birds should not be colliding. If you are colliding with anybody, it's because you cannot see. If you can see, the sky is wide enough. If you can see, it is wide enough. It's wide enough because one of the things that motivates me, I go to the market and I'm going to the market and I'm seeing 10 shops. They are selling similar stuff. How are they making their money? But now you're a photographer, because another person opens a studio close to you. You cannot sleep at night. You cannot sleep at night. You are thinking. That's because you have allowed competition to disturb your brain, to enter your mind, and it's going to reduce your productivity. Honestly, it's going to reduce your productivity. What you should be looking out for is how to improve yourself, how to grow. See, everybody has their market. Everybody has their customer. My customer is my customer. They can never miss me to go for you. All right. So I don't know if anybody has any question quickly before I leave. I've spoken for too long. So if you have any question, please drop it in the comment section on YouTube. I'm actually looking at them now so that I could answer you. If you have any question. So if there are no questions, I'm going to hand over back to our brother, Sir Phelix, to proceed with the meeting. So thank you for having me, and blessings, my brother. Blessings. Salute. Is it just me? I cannot hear you, sir. I don't know. I cannot hear you. I don't know. I don't know if others can hear you, but I cannot hear you at all. No audio from your side.
Okay.
Yes, now.
Can you hear me now? I think you
Yes,
can.
I can hear you.
I want to thank you, and I want to celebrate this very grace. Indeed, now I just found out that most of us creatives just want to do things alone. If you want to run alone, you will run fast. But if you want to run with people, you will run far. And then I just want to thank God for you. And I quickly want to share some things before we close for this meeting. Now, I was talking about I met Encourage. It was, our meeting is because I left camp earlier than every other person. Something happened in the camp that makes me to leave the camp. But it was a short period of time that I met him. We talked, we discussed, we had some things to do together in camp then. And then it was, I continued the relationship from that very point. Because I have found out that in life there are some people that you must pitch your tent with, so that one can easily go far in one's field or in any area that we find ourselves. And then when I see that, because most of us creatives, we tend to be proud somehow, in quotes, that we don't just want to relate with it. I want to run because me. No. I just want to encourage us as creatives. Please, whosoever that you felt that this person is ahead of me, be very, very submissive to learn under that person. I remember in February when I was passing through some things, and I called Encourage that, Baba, I want to leave this thing. This thing, they're tiring. And I remember one thing that he said. He said, have something to do as a project. And then I have wanted to do some project that, looking at the expenses like that, was quite to alarm me that how could I venture into this project without having this amount of money. But I started. It was like little, you understand. And I want to tell you now that as you are, some people that are closer to me, they knew what I am passing through presently. That I've been on project now since May. Till this time, I'm still continuing in that project. And one person is asking a question that how can you gain the influence, the branding? Okay, where can we sell our creative ideas? What platform? Online. You sell online, you sell on sites. Now, the project that I've been doing now is an African project. If you check my Instagram or my different social handles, you will see some recurrence of some pictures that I'm posting there, just to really at least let us do something, because that project, I started photography. I was using analog since 2013 that I started photography. 2013, and I leave it, I drop it, I pick it up. But finally, I started photography 2018. 2018, I started photography, and it has been smooth, rough, because what you are passing through as a photographer or as a creative, someone else is also passing through it. That you must just, because I searched through online, I discovered that so many creatives or photographer, I think one still died last month, one guy in Abuja, depression and so many other things like that. He commits suicide. That plan yourself, plan your life. Okay, in this work that I want to go into, am I going into this as with my whole life, with my whole time, or I want to do a part-time, I want to be a part-time person in this very business or in this very industry. if truly you want to go through it, like you want to enter into that very line, try as much as possible. There are things so that you will not carry on depression. I will still going back to where you can sell your creative ideas. There is something that we call main business, and there is something that we call sub business. Now, there are main business and there are sub business. The main business they are your photography business. Why? As a photographer, in quotes, that's your main business. But the sub business, now you can see my brother is selling sobo. And how could someone that people already knew like that be selling sobo? Just think about it. But there is something that one just have to use to finance the main business. At the end of this workshop, I want you to just go and think very well. Okay, what can you do to add up with this very work that you are doing as a photographer or as a creatives, that will be at least 2 or 3 channel of businesses. Don't if you want to stop learning now, I don't know, we are still very young. You can still learn some things, learn graphics, learn some other works that is relatively attached to what you are doing, or that you know that okay, you can have time to do. I've done a lot of businesses, a lot of businesses like that. I sold kuli, I sold gari, I sold different kind of businesses. I'm a printer. Like I will let you know before the end of this very workshop that now when you are now embarking on a project, it is just like okay, you are doing a project that you'll be spending money on. Nobody is giving you the money now, but you want to project a kind of work to a public audience for them to buy. Then you must spend money to project that very work. That is when the sub business now comes in. It is not the money of that sub business that you now use to feed the business, the project that you want to do, or the money that you have saved for that very particular project. So that you will not just be running a task or you will not just be depressed. Because in Nigeria, we have come to a point at which we just need to have a streams of income, so that we won't be our government is making it so much, let me say, easy for us to have multiple of income. There is a need for you to have multiple of income so that you will not be depressed. It is not all the time that photographers have money. It is not all the time that photographers have job. But when there is a break between you and your business, when there is a break between you and your incoming business or your incoming work, know that break is for you to have something to fill up. You will definitely have to fill up that very space, which is project a project or put a project inside that very space, so that people will still see your work outside there. People will still say that no, this person is still busy, this person is still doing something. That I want to cite an example. I just did I embarked on a project last week, and I did it. I exported it online. I posted it online. If you see how much of comment that I have gained from these very projects, you'll be wowed. Coming back to where to sell your project, you sell it online. You see some customers that they need that thing that you want to project. They are looking for something like that. Sit down, calm down, and at the end of this very workshop, I will be throwing out, if you still want to be mentored, I will just give at least 10 or 20 people just for us to continue this discussion after this very business workshop, so that at least we can help ourselves, we can guide ourselves, we can keep in line with what we are being called of. Because there is when we go together in this very line, we hold ourselves together and we conquer mountains. But when you want to go alone, I don't know, do you understand now that I want to beg you, and then please differentiate between yourself and the business. I find out that most of us, we combine these two together. We combine the money for the business and everything together. Let there be a separation. Separate yourself from the business entirely. My name is Phelix Ibikunle. My business name is Prince Phelix Visuals. I am quite different from my business. Now, the money that now, if you give me a job now to do, and you paid me 600,000, you paid my business. You didn't pay me. It is my business that you have hired. Then, if I now want to support your event, then it will now be from the money that my business has paid me that I will now use to support. Not that you'll be expecting that because you have given Prince Phelix Visuals 600,000 naira job, is supposed to. Phelix might not have the capacity to give you. Maybe you have been expecting that I will just give you 100,000 or 200,000 naira to. I might not have the capacity. It is my business. I think I attended last 2 months ago. I attended the Dean. That is the Dean workshop, and he was talking about this very matter. He said my business is more richer than me, which is true. He said if I tell you the amount that I have on me now, you'll be very much surprised that my business can have millions of naira in the account, but my business is quite different from and please, as all creatives, as we be closing this please make sure that you differentiate yourself from your business. Differentiate yourself from the business. Let there be a separation. Let there be a separation. Okay, the money that is coming into your business, into your works, or the money that you are getting, you can feed it back to do a project, or you can do something with it. But don't be expecting that, okay, the total amount, if it is just 4,000 that they paid you, try as much as possible to save on your business. Don't spend all. That's what I'm saying. Please, don't spend all. Don't spend all. Don't spend all. I will still repeat it. Don't spend all. Save, save, and save. Save, save, and save. And the Lord will help us in Jesus' name. One of the secrets that I have also get from this is that I try, or let me say, I can never do something without God. Though. People around me knew I'm a man that is let me use crazy with faith. I prayed, I learned, and I use my faith. No matter what comes, I prayed, I learned, and I carry on my faith. What do I mean? At the middle of the night, I prayed. I mean, all the time, I prayed. Because I have discovered how to enter that sphere of creative work, or to enter the sphere of the creatives. There is apart from you have learned, you have done so many things, there is a space of spiritual. I mean, you understand what I'm trying to say. You will pray and pray through. You will pray and pray through. I want to beg you as creatives, please don't just leave this aside. You pray, you learn. I mean, you watch tutorials, you watch projects, you watch things that can help your creative ideas. You watch things that can help you creatively. You watch things that can help you creatively, and also you will have to maybe develop having a faith in God. God is able to do all things. You can hear my brother saying the same thing the other time. Our life is in God's hands, and if you cannot journey with Him in the line of your work, I mean your profession, I don't know how you are going to journey with Him in the space of the creatives. Now, someone asked me a question on Instagram that was saying that he has bought so many gadgets like that. Okay, he's finding it difficult to buy some gadgets and the likes. He has answered the question. There is a space of gadgets, and there is a space of you using what you have for now. I started photography with analog camera. I go to studio to wash. I mean to wash films. I want to, the little camera that you have, you can use natural light to achieve something great from your work. You can use natural light to achieve great from your work. Natural light. Be creative with what we have, and then for the platform. Now, it was yesterday that the Nigerian Photographers Hub just reposted, because one of the projects that I did, I have messaged them and they said they are going to pay me. I mean, are going to pay for that very if I want to be featured on their stories or their page. They say I'll pay some certain amount of money, but I didn't wait. I kept on doing something. It was yesterday I just had a notification that my job is already there. Think what I'm trying to say, that you pray, you work, and you have faith. That's just the three simple secrets. The three simple secrets. You pray, you work as a creative, because a knowledge that is not being nurtured, we go moribund. We go offline. You pray, you work, and you have faith, and you see God doing wonders in your business. Let me quickly answer some questions before we. Okay, can you please touch on the branding and creatives? I think we have talked about it. Branding is about doing something that is unique with an existing idea. Now, you have a work that you want to do as a branding. Now, the branding. Okay, let me quickly say this. Can you please touch the branding and creatives? I think that one is just like that. You leverage on an existing creative works that is on ground, and then you now use your own personal idea, combine it together, and push it to the public audience. Then you are branded. You have already turned that thing to a branding. You have already turned your pictures to something great. Do you get what I'm trying to say now? You have already turned it to something great. That's and I want to say this before we close, because our time is running fast now. Please, as creatives, I want to beg everybody, as creatives, don't limit yourself to your locality. There is something I said, I have to close the form of people that is around me, so that I can okay, not that I'm closing it all, but I want to move to the next shore. I want to move to the next higher. I didn't take boundary. I just have to, okay, let me just step higher. Let me step higher in this very work. And it is working. It's working. If you want to know how it works, you can just DM me. We will talk better, because this time cannot be, we cannot just explain all. Now, there are three people that have been praying to meet since all this while. Number one is Kelechi Amadeobi, T.Y. Bello, and then Yemi Kings. And I was just, like what he said, watching their works. I said, okay, these people have been, they have been so, looking at their jobs is so excellent. Okay, what can I want to? And I started online like that. Yemi Kings, I messaged them. The funniest one, the last 2 months I was with Yemi. We are now to, you understand what I'm trying to say. But don't limit yourself to your locality. Spread your tentacle. Connect with each other. Connect yourself with people that already know better than you do. Let them know. Now, for example, now, if I now say that I knew Encourage, and he organized a program last 2 weeks, I think like 2 weeks. I have to pay. I pay for the program. I bought something from him. This is a business entirely. You understand that leveraging on these things will make people see you that no, you are very much serious about what you want to do. And that is why he's here today. I'm not saying because I attended, but I say because of the relationship that I've created. Did you get what I'm trying to say? I think we have spoken, we have freely talked at length today. You have really, really talked at length. And I want to pray with you with that God will help us together. Okay, let me quickly answer. He said, how do we manage a close relatives in business? Close relatives, I want to tell you that please, if your friends and family are not paying for your services, please do something about it. Do something about it. If you have a friends and family, they are the first people that should pay for your services. This is me. Now, this is how I separate the two. When I have some family member that want to do something, I don't quickly jump into conclusion that I will help you. But nevertheless, there are two ways to it. We have some family members that they have been there for so many time that we want to help, to support. There is nothing bad about it. Another one is that we have some members of the family that even though if you do it for them free, they will still complain. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Now, for you to now break the barrier is that some people will have to go from northwest, east, south like that to ask people from you are doing it, but they will not firstly come. They will ask different kind of people before they will now come to you. Now, if you know that you cannot give something to someone for free, please don't give your service. Now, let me just split it because of our time. If you know that your family members, you want to collect money and they will still talk at the end of the day, please do the service free. So that even though if they want to talk, you have something. No, now you did it free, but they will pay for production. You can render your services free and they will now pay for production. And inside that production, there is something you understand now that has been attached, that you will not also be there or do the production for free like that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And if you still want to learn more concerning, not relative get to recognize you only when they need your free or chill. Get to recognize you only when they need you. Yeah, if you still want to ask more questions about this, you can private chat me. You can private chat me. The Lord will help you. And I want to beg you, please, all creatives, let us learn more and let us be contented with what we have for now. We might not have the old gadgets. The ones that we have, let's be contented with it. Let's be contented with it. Let us be contented with it. The money will come. I said I have been on project since May. This is the 3rd month now. Nobody is calling me. It is just one job, because I said that even if any work wants to take me out of this very project, a personal project that I've not paid for, personal project that I didn't pay for, a personal project that they are not paying for me, they didn't pay me for. Yes, they didn't pay me. That I am doing it free of charge, going to people, take their photographs and render the services free, adding it to my portfolios. Okay, doing some African works. I'm going to something. I bought some project, some costumes like that, just for me to add up with this very to my archive and to improve in what I'm doing. The Lord will help you. I think we have spent a lot of time this night. And if you have another question, you can just private chat me. I still remain Prince Phelix Visuals. My Instagram handle is Prince Phelix Visuals. Go and check all our works. Encourage and Prince Phelix Visual. I want to beg you, please learn more and learn more and learn more. The Lord help us. Let us pray and let's pray. Pray more. Pray for more success to come, and be disciplined with your work. Please be disciplined. Be disciplined. So many photographers, so many crazies are not disciplined. Please be disciplined with your character, with everything that you have. Be disciplined so that it can give you more virtue, it can give you more honor before your people. Thank you. Sure.